Imagine a universe where tiny satellites open up the stars to everyone, where we build spaceships from materials found on other planets, and where you and I could be the next astronauts. Sounds like a page from a science fiction novel, does it? But believe it or not, this is no longer fiction. It's our reality right now. So buckle up and stay tuned as we dive into our top 10 coolest space innovations of this year, taking us on a thrilling journey into the future. So we're starting our countdown with something really special, kind of like Time Machine. James Webb Space Telescope, or JWST for short. Just think about this for a second. It can see light from the universe's first galaxies, like looking really old family photos, but of the stars. And not just that, it's also got the power to study other planets outside our solar system, which could help us figure out if we're not alone in the universe. Cool, right? But JWST isn't just any old telescope. It has a mirror as big as 6.5 meters. That's like stacking about 3 really tall adults on top of each other. And it has a sun shield the size of a tennis court. It's a super cool piece of space kit designed to pick up faint whispers of light from the farthest corners of space. What's even more awesome? It's not just one country's project. NASA, the European Space Agency, and the Canadian Space Agency all teamed up to make it all happen. So as we kick off our list, we're not just celebrating the super cool JWST, but we're also high-fiving our shared journey to discover more about the massive universe we live in. Alright, ready for number 9? It's something that's going to knock your shoes off. Space tourism. I know, it sounds like something from Star Wars movie. But guess what? It's happening right now. Picture this. You're soaring through the stars, looking back and seeing Earth from space, watching the curve of the planet, the swirl of oceans, and the land from way up high. It's like the best vacation photos ever. And you've got these super cool private companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Virgin Galactic, all racing to give us this incredible ride. They're building spaceships that will take ordinary folks like you and me, not just astronauts, safely to and from space. But here's the kicker. Space tourism isn't just about the thrill of ride. It changes the way we see the world. Make us realize that Earth is everyone's home. It's kind of like standing on mountaintop and seeing how everything is connected. It inspires us to take care of our planet and each other. So with the space tourism, we're not just explorers anymore. We're also tourists. It's like the biggest and wildest trip you could ever imagine. We're pushing the boundaries, stepping outside our home planet, and getting a front row seat to the greatest show in the universe. So at number 8, we've got something that's seriously out of this world. The Artemis Program. This isn't just about NASA making a comeback trip to the moon. Oh no, they're planning to set up camp there, creating sustainable home away from home, kind of like prepping for a future vacation to Mars. Artemis is stepping it up a notch from the old Apollo moon landings. It's all about settling in for long haul, treating the moon as playground for testing new cool tech and strategies. And guess what? They're making sure everyone's invited to the party. For the first time, a woman and a person of color will leave their footprints to the lunar surface. It's about reflecting the wonderful diversity of all of us Earthlings up there in space. But Artemis isn't going it alone. It's a team effort, pulling together international collaborations and commercial partners, setting the groundwork for an ever bigger plan: Moon to Mars. What's really amazing about the Artemis program is what it represents: our constant urge to explore, to push boundaries. It's like opening the door to a future where we're not just Earthlings, but a species living across multiple planets. It's not just a nostalgic trip back to the moon. It's our first step towards making space our new home. Alright, buckle up for number 7. We're taking a joyride with Rovers and Drones. These tireless explorers are your eyes and ears in space, getting up close and personal with places we can't yet reach. Imagine a robots like NASA's Perseverance, crossing around Mars like it's their own backyard, studying rocks and sniffing out the air. They're on the hunt for signs of ancient life, kind of like the universe's best detectives, laying the groundwork for future astronaut missions. And speaking of astronauts, don't forget about the new kid on the block, the Mars Ingenuity helicopter. This whirlybird full of the first ever flight on another planet. Just think about that for a moment. A little drone from the Earth, zooming around Martian sky, opening up new ways for us to explore. Each one of these rovers and drones is like an extension of ourselves, fearlessly trekking across strange and distant worlds. It's like they're reaching out, inching us closer to the day we'll finally set foot on those alien lands. In a nutshell, these tech-savvy explorers are stretching our arms further into space, turning remote, empty worlds into ground stage of discoveries. It's all about our thirst for knowledge, our drive to journey into the unknown. We're just getting started on this cosmic adventure. Alright, coming in at number 6 are two words you're probably familiar with: artificial intelligence and robotics. These game changers are turning space explorations into a whole new ballgame, making things faster, sharper, and way more exciting. Take Mars rovers like Perseverance for example. Armed with AI, they're smart enough to drive around Mars, dodging boulders and picking out the most interesting rocks to study, all by themselves. It's like having a self-driving, alien life-hunting science lab on wheels. But AI isn't just for rovers. It's also helping us make sense of the crazy amount of data we get from the cosmos. It's like the Sherlock Holmes of space, spotting patterns and phenomena we might have missed, helping us discover new planets or map out of the cosmic web. Let's not forget the role of robots. They're like our very own space construction crew, handling things like satellite repairs, and they might even build our future homes on the moon or the Mars. These robots are the toughest of the tough, able to take on the harsh conditions of space that would be a no-go for us humans. So AI and robotics aren't just fancy tech. They're like our eyes, ears, and hands out there in the universe, working round the clock to unravel its many mysteries. As we dive deeper into the cosmos, these tech bodies are going to be right there with us, lighting up the way. Soaring into our number 5 spot are reusable rockets. Yeah, you heard it right. Rockets that can be used over and over again. This isn't just some movie stuff. It's actually happening right now. And it's making space a whole new lot friendlier for everyone. Back in the day, rockets were a one and done deal. You shoot them into space, they do their thing, and then they're gone for good. Pretty expensive, right? And not the best for our planet. Well, SpaceX thought the same and decided to shake things up a bit. Imagine a rocket that launches payload into space and then flies itself back home, landing upright, ready for tune-up and another launch. Sounds pretty cool, right? Well, that's exactly what reusable rockets do, and they're saving us a lot of money in the process. But it's not just about the money. Reusable rockets are opening up space to more and more people. With more frequent launches, we're seeing a boom in science missions and satellites zipping around above us. We're on the brink of a new era where trips beyond our atmosphere could become as common as flying to our country. So yeah, thanks to reusable rockets, space is becoming our new favorite hangout spot. They're giving us a lift, making the cosmos our new playground. Crossing into the fourth spot on our list, we've got solar sails. Now, this isn't your regular ship sailing on the ocean. These sails catch rides on sunlight. Yes, you heard me right. Sunlight. How do they work? Well, instead of catching a gust of wind like the sails on a boat, solar sails catch light particles, or protons, from the sun. They're made from the super thin shiny materials that reflect these protons. When the light hits the sail, it gives the spacecraft a tiny push. It's not a big push, but because there's no friction in space, this little push keeps adding up, speeding up the spacecraft over time. And the best part? They don't need a drop of fuel. Now, this might sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's real. The Japanese spacecraft Icarus and Light Sail 2 from the Planetary Society have shown us that it's possible to sail through space using just sunlight. What's super cool about solar sail is that they could help us reach crazy high speed that just aren't possible with today's rockets. We could even zip to the farthest corners of cosmos, visiting the places we've only ever dreamed of. Solar sails are kind of like a space road trip, just hitching a ride on starlight, venturing towards the next cosmic wonder. How cool is that? Zooming in to number 3, we have something truly out of this world. In-Situ Resource Utilization, or ISRU for short. Picture this, you're on a road trip, but instead of stopping for gas, your car makes its own fuel along the way. That's what ISRU is all about. Except this isn't your usual road trip. And we're not talking about cars. We're talking about a spacecraft, and the road is the expanse of space. Now, imagine you're planning a trip to Mars. You've got a long journey ahead, and once you're there, you can't just pop into a convenience store if you need something. So, what if instead of carrying all what you need for a journey, You can make what you need once you get there. That's exactly what ISRU allows you to do. From turning the ice on Moon and Mars into drinking water or breathable air, to making rocket fuel from the thin Martian atmosphere, ISRU is a real game changer. It's like living off the land, but in space. What's amazing about this is not just the science, though that's pretty cool, but the possibilities it opens up for us in space. By using what's already out there, we can travel further, stay longer, and even build new homes among the stars. ISRU is not just a clever way to use resources. It's our ticket to a future where we're not just visitors in space, but residents. So buckle up, because with ISRU, we're going places in space we've only dreamed of. Rocketing to number 2 on our list, we've got something truly mind-boggling: satellite megaconstellations. Let's get up close and personal with the sky, shall we? Have you ever stared up at the stars, amazed by their scattered beauty? Now imagine thousands of bright points moving across the sky. Not stars, but satellites. Satellite megaconstellations are like a city of satellites, all zipping around planets in precise formations. Companies like SpaceX and their Starlink project are launching this large group of satellites to create this kind of internet blanket around the Earth. It's like having Wi-Fi, but instead of your router at home, it's a space that's providing the connection. What's mind-blowing about this isn't just the sheer number of satellites, but the impact they could have on our daily lives. From people in remote locations getting access to high-speed internet for the first time, to more accurate weather predictions and improved global communications, these mega-constellations could revolutionize our world. But it's not just about improving internet access. This mega-constellation of satellites also open up opportunities for scientific research, environmental monitoring, and even space tourism. Satellite mega-constellations are like bridge, connecting Earth with space, and everyone on this planet with each other. It's not just a step, but a giant leap towards our future in the cosmos. So next time you're out stargazing, remember to wave at the satellites too. And now, for the grand finale. Cubestats and small satellites. You might think everything in space needs to be huge, like those enormous rockets we see on TV. But here's the twist. Small is the new big. Picture this. Satellites no bigger than your school backpack, zooming around in space. That's exactly what Cubestats and small satellites are. Invented by researchers who wanted to cut down the high cost of space explorations, Cubestats are tiny box-shaped satellites. They're like the ultimate Lego set for space nerds. These mini satellites can be stacked together. Each one carry different scientific equipment and then launch into space. What's make them so cool? Well, they're affordable, quick to build, and can be launched in groups. This means more countries, universities, and even high school students can send their own projects to space. Imagine telling your friends you've got a science project orbiting Earth. But don't let their size fool you. These pin-sized explorers are capable of some pretty big missions. From studying Earth's climate, weather patterns, monitoring natural disasters, to testing new space technologies, These tiny heroes are making a massive impact. CubeSats and small satellites are not just transforming how we explore space, they're shaking up who gets to do it. It's a big step towards democratizing space and inspiring next generations of space explorers. And to think, it all starts with something as small as CubeSat. So there you have it, folks. From tiny satellites to megaconstellations, we're changing how we look at space explorations. As we rocket into the future, who knows what amazing innovations will top our list next year. And that's a wrap, folks. We've journeyed from the vast reaches of the cosmos, thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope, all the way down to the miniature wonders of CubeSats and small satellites. We've seen how we're reshaping space travel, making it more accessible and sustainable, while continuing to unravel the mysteries of our universe. Isn't it mind-blowing how these innovations are changing the way we explore the final frontier? It's a thrilling ride, and we're just getting started. Now we'd love to hear from you. What do you think about these top space innovations? Which one sparks your imaginations the most? And what do you think we'll see in the future? Let us know in the comments below. If you'd enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and stay curious.